bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Good morning, this is Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. You're listening to the world's biggest sports radio station. My name's Shebahn Aherne. I hope you're doing okay. We're building up to talkSPORT Breakfast back at 6 o'clock this morning with Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour. But coming up for you now over the next hour, Dettol yourself, young man. I don't want any germs this Christmas.
You worried about this super flu?
Well, no wonder. And then Paul Ross, God love him, I feel it's in the okay, but he's going...
Yeah. We don't really have a choice about coming into work or not, though.
I wouldn't mind my own personal mic muff.
Yeah, I mean, we're all spitting into the same pop shields.
And then breathing in that same...
I can see, actually, bits of stuff
Nick,
on this one.
Don't make me want to puke on air.
I mean, like, solid bits of stuff.
Stop it.
Sorry.
But yeah, I know what you mean. It freaks me out. Please tell us what's coming up over the next hour.
We'll start with Aston Villa, who are flying. We'll hear from an unhappy England fan about these World Cup ticket prices. We got someone on the line just after 5:30 to talk to us. And we're asking, what's the most overpriced thing you've ever bought? And who should win Sports Personality of the Year? Get involved on the usual number. Give us a call, 03717 223344, or text us on 81089.
You are Team Rory McIlroy for Spotty, right?
I cannot remember feeling as crazy and emotional as I did in that last day of the Masters. You know, I stayed up till stupid o'clock before the early breakfast show watching Rory, you know, just about get it done in Augusta. Obviously with the Ryder Cup as well, we had a crazy... Rory taking all the abuse. I mean, the sport, we love sport because of the way it makes us feel, right? And I think Rory makes us feel more than almost any other sports person. It
was the most incredible moment, you know, the most incredible time, and it has to be Rory's year. It has to be. You know, don't get me wrong, the Lionesses, you know I'm obsessed with that. You know I'm obsessed with women's football.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, Chloe Kelly's penalty was another great moment. Yeah. Hannah Hampton in the penalty shootout.
Of her, you know, absolutely.
Lando Norris in terms of his achievements as well.
But you know what? Come Monday morning, right, and say Rory doesn't win it, and you're sitting here now going, that's ridiculous, it should have been Rory. You have to vote. It's public vote, okay? And the Lionesses and Keely Hodgkinson want to say that they've had maybe over 1 million votes when they have won it.
Yeah.
So you have to vote. The Lionesses fan base will have them win it if they want to, because they've got such a huge fan base.
There are 2 Lionesses in it, though, obviously.
Chloe and Hannah.
Chloe and Hannah. Chloe Kelly, Hannah Hampton, which could split the vote. Shout out for Ellie Killdunn as well, what she achieved with the England Rugby Union team. I mean, obviously England were at home, but Ellie just lit that tournament up.
And total personality as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Exactly. Okay, that's Sunday night, right, on the BBC Sports Personality of the Year?
That's right.
Usually is. We will be dissecting that on Monday morning. But yeah, Nick's right. Let us know who should win it this year. 81089. You can get involved with that this morning.
How are you feeling today, by the way?
Day 2 of the hangover, for sure.
I'm just talking about Celtic's performance.
Oh, yeah, that as well. Didn't help. I lay in bed last night just like, what's happening?
Would you have Martin O'Neill back?
I wouldn't have him back now. We should have stuck with Martin O'Neill. That's what I would have done. I think the majority of the fan base feel the same.
Rod Stewart said that before Nancy came in. He was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
O'Neill...
Apparently his name is Nancy, by the way. It's Wilfried Nancy.
Oh, it's not Nancy.
Not Nancy. Yeah.
Nancy boy. Do you remember that?
Wow.
Placebo. Do you remember that Placebo song from the 90s? It's a banger. I'll see if I can pull it up for you.
Get that up for us, will you? Not to be for Wilfried Nancy last night at Parkhead. I've never seen it like that. Really empty now at 70 minutes. It's very depressing. Let's look at the back pages very quickly for you. A lot of love for Aston Villa in the Europa League, 1-2-1 against Basel. Yuri Tielemans coming in off the bench and winning that game. Tielemans makes it 8 wins in a row. Back page of the Times. The Telegraph pull-out is Yuri the man. Tielemans delivers decisive blow. And then back page of the Sun. This is an exclusive picture. Incredible picture, actually, of Mo Salah and Jordan Henderson. Apparently they got together for a little secret meet-up in London in an Italian restaurant the other night, and somebody's clocked them taking a cheeky picture and sold on the picture. Now everybody's talking about, obviously, Mo Salah sounding out Jordan Henderson about a move to Saudi Arabia, which obviously Jordan didn't love because he was back after about 7 months, wasn't he? So Mo Salah may be tapping up Henderson for a bit of advice there. And then, as Nick mentioned, back page is all covering the World Cup. Prices of tickets. Fans blast FIFA betrayal over $3,000 at cheapest ticket for the final. That's Mike Keegan on the back page of the Daily Mail. All of the details to come on that. But let's focus on last night's football. Here's how the European action sounded for you here on talkSPORT.
Right, 25 yards out. Lovely clear ball. Hudson-Odoi pulls it back. Brilliant header. And the save. And then it's in from Jesus to win the game for Forest. In the 88th minute, it's Utrecht 1, Nottingham Forest 2.
And Crystal Palace take a step towards the knockout phase. Here is Pino's great run into the area. Right foot shot, that's stunning. That's Jeremy Pino at his best. And Crystal Palace are showing their Premier League quality. That's the pick of the goals so far. Jeremy Pino makes it Shebahn 0, Crystal Palace 3.
Saturday's 2-1 win over leaders Arsenal took Unai Emery's men to within 3 points of the Premier League summit. They're also bookmakers' favourites to lift the Europa League after 4 wins from their opening 5 games. Tielemans with the shot, guided into the bottom corner, and Aston Villa within 8 minutes of the restart, back in front. It is Basel 1, Aston Villa 2.
Yeah, brilliant result from them last night. Absolutely doing bits, aren't they? Their win at Basel is now their 8th in a row. Villa's longest win and run as a top-flight side for 112 years. Unai Emery's side also top of the Europa League table. 3rd in the Premier League after 9 wins from their last 10. All going well for the guys. That's after going winless in their first 5 games from the Premier League at the start of the season. talkSPORT's Jason Cundy says Villa are playing like champions.
From where they were after four games in the Premier League.
So this is from game week 5 onwards.
We've got a printout of the last 11 games in the Premier League, okay? Aston Villa are top by 3 points above Man City, and they're 4 points above Arsenal. Unbelievably, Man United squeezing in 4. This is after, by the way, 11 games. So the last 11 Premier League games, Villa have won 9, drawn 1, lost 1. 28 points. That is Championship winning form right now. And their run isn't just in of course, the league, but they beat Arsenal. It's not just in domestic league, it's also what they're doing in the Europa League. Right now, mate, they are the in-form side. It's been a remarkable turnaround because I remember, Jeremy, I'm guessing you do as well. A lot of people talking about Unai Emery and like, has he taken them as far as he can?
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable what they're doing so far this season. And I actually think it is his competition, isn't it? Unai Emery, he's won it so many times. But not only is it that, I've mentioned this before, this is my party trick, guys, but he's won it with teams with Villa in the title. Sevilla, Villarreal, Aston Villa, all got Villa in the title. Thank you, Auntie Shebs. Yeah. That is a stat to blow your mind, people. But yeah, absolutely unbelievable from Unai Emery and the side. Aston Villa fans, do you think you can win it? 81089, get in touch this morning. Meanwhile, Nottingham Forest got their first away win in Europe for over 30 years. Igor Jesus scored a late winner in Utrecht to leave Forest in 11th, 3 places off the automatic qualification places. talkSPORT Scott Minto says it's vital Sean Dyche's team finish top 8 to help them ballast their efforts this season.
The results are the results, and you have to try and find a way to do it. So they've now, at this moment in time, moved up into 8th position on 11 points. I feel they need a minimum of 15 to guarantee. I mean, we won't know, of course, but that's what I feel they need. Obviously, if they can get 2 wins, that would be brilliant. But I do feel minimum a win and a draw. And again, we talk about the tough task of trying to join the Premier League with the Europa League. And since Sean Dyche has come in, it's been absolutely brilliant in Europe, but it hasn't in the recent games in the Premier League. The last thing you want when you're fighting a relegation battle, which is what they're in right now, they might not be in come February, but the last thing you want are 2 extra games to get through the playoffs. And this is a team, and again we talk about second tier, especially third tier, but even second tier of English Premier League sides playing in the second tier of European football. You should have a great opportunity to go almost all the way. We saw it last season with 2 bigger clubs, of course, or certainly of recent times. But I think Nottingham Forest will have a really good chance, as will Aston Villa.
The voice of Scott Minto there, former Chelsea. Yes, he's totally right about Sean Dyche and the situation that Nottingham Forest are in, but the way he's turned it around, outstanding. Really, really is. Can we just head up the road where it's bad form for all the Scottish teams last night playing in Europe? Just let's go to the Old Firm first and start with Celtic. The conversation in the office this morning is, would you take Martin O'Neill back now? And no, you cannot do that. You've got to give Wilfried Nancy time. Of course, he's just been given the job. He's 2 games in the door. This is not his team. But last night was so poor. We're all over the place. Just not good enough. The players didn't look confident. Nobody really knew what they were doing. And the fact that Parkhead was half empty at 75 minutes really took the bag. It really did. I was texting Dad going, what's going on? It's really, really a bit sad to see. And this is not on Nancy at all. This is on the board. We knew this. So they've got to stick by him. They've got to give him time. But I know everything in hindsight, you would have stuck with Martin O'Neill, wouldn't you? Cup final this weekend. Lost last night, and it's an embarrassing result as well. Okay, Engels missed a penalty. We had a goal ruled offside as well, but again, it wasn't a winner's performance, that's for sure. The better team won. Evan Ferguson, outstanding from him. But Wilfried Nancy is the first Celtic manager to lose the first 2 games in charge. Not a good start. He spoke about how to get Celtic playing with confidence again.
It's about discussion, it's about honesty, it's about also empathy and the commitment that they have. I can feel it. So for me, this is the most important. Now, we have big games, so obviously I knew that before, but I can feel the connection that we have. I can feel what we want to do, that they are able to do it too. They are confident with that. But tonight, effectively, was not enough.
No, it wasn't enough. He's dead right about that. And he must have really felt it. And he must have felt a deep sadness and anxiety when he saw Parkhead on a European night empty out on him. That can't give you confidence. Not feeling confident for the cup final at the weekend. You just know that those players can do a better job. Individually, they can. But they seemed a little bit lost. They did. And I don't think the tactics board from the weekend has helped this situation either. I think a lot of people are mugging Wilfried Nancy off, and that's not okay. But yeah, not good enough performance last night. Rangers are almost out of the Europa League. They were defeated 2-1 by Robbie Keane's Ferencváros's side, leaves them on 1 point after 6 games. Aberdeen also lost last night to Strasbourg. So yeah, not good for the Scottish sides in Europe last night. And just quickly at Ali Pali, Luke Littler safely through to the second round as he looks to retain his PDC World Darts title. Can we just put it out there, Luke, the Nook? I know you're a big fan of talkSPORT and you get on with us like a house on fire. Can you come to the next talkSPORT Darts and wallop Dean Saunders, please? That'd be great. I'd love to watch that. Here's how Littler's winning moment sounded on talkSPORT with Ian Danter and Chris Nicholson.
But he's got double six to get the job done. He's done an extraordinary amount of media today leading up to this game. I think he'll be happy to be through where he'll have to do some more.
And there is double six for the world champion. Serene progress in the end, although he was given a good stern examination of all his skills from Darius Labanauskas. But in truth, the Lithuanian could do nothing once Littler got into his stride and had an average of just a shade over 100. Great start to the tournament for the world champion. That'll settle him down very nicely for bigger tests to come as we go through this tournament.
Wonderful stuff. Ian Dant there. Luke the Nook through to the next round. Unsurprisingly, he could win Spotty this weekend. Of course, he's on the short list as well. Who do you think should win the Sports Personality of the Year awards? 8, 10, 89. And also considering how much we're seeing it's going to cost you to follow England at the World Cup in the summer in the US. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg. The full pricing and the details coming up for you next. But also, what is the random thing that you've spent more than you should have on? What's the question again, Nick? What's the most overpriced? That's it. What's the most overpriced purchase? So as it's early. 8, 10, 89. Your texts are coming in. Nick will get into them next. You listen to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Good morning. The pipes of placebo there. This is Nancy Boy in honour of Wilfried Nancy, the Celtic manager this morning. Nick, I'm not sure he's going to thank us for that. But there you go. It's your tune. It's your tune. Yeah, we were battered last night at Parkhead by AS Roma. Not a good start for Wilfried Nancy at the club. Good morning to CT. He said it wasn't Martin O'Neill's team either. They should have stuck with him. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that, CT. Good morning. You listen to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Shebahn with you till 6, and then it's Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour. Some of your other headlines. Crystal Palace boosted their hopes of qualifying for the last 16 of the Conference League with a convincing 3-0 away win at Shelbourne. Aberdeen still winless after 5 matches. They went 1-0 down at home to Strasbourg. Liverpool 2 points adrift at the bottom of the Women's Super League following a 3-0 defeat at Aston Villa. And Matchroom President Barry Hearn tells us there are half a dozen players who could ruin Luke Littler's Christmas by causing an upset in the PDC World Darts.
This is a sort of tournament that, you know, it doesn't give too many shocks late on when the duration of the matches are longer. But in the first and second rounds, you know, sometimes you get upsets. It would be a colossal upset for Littler to get beat early on. His draw's quite kind to him, I think. But there's an awful lot of competition. You know, you talk Luke Humphries, on his day, he's unbeatable. Van Gerwen is coming back to his best. You know, you've got people out there, Jean Van Veen won the European Championships, dangerous. You've got other Dutch players. I mean, the world's playing darts, Alan. They're coming at us from all angles, and it's just brilliant news for the sport and the fans that come to watch the best of the best.
That's so true. But I mean, so many brilliant players in there. I got a feeling it's going to be Luke the Nuke, though. But Barry Hearn's the expert on the whole thing, so we will listen to him on that. I don't know if you've seen this thing on TikTok, if you've got TikTok, but this little darts board for kids. I need to get that for my kids and make them a little millionaire very quickly, like Luke Littler. That would be nice. He's up for the Sports Personality of the Year award. It could be him who wins it this Sunday. 2 of the Lionesses, Hannah Hampton and Chloe Kelly, also nominated, as is Rory McIlroy. Jill actually has been in touch. 81089, she said Lando Norris should win it for how he took the F1 title. Chris in Nuneaton also said, what about Kevin Sinfield for Spotty? His M&D fundraising, he's not a nominee, sadly, but I think if Kevin Sinfield was up there, so many people would vote for him, because that man is just superhuman in what he's done and the money that he's raised for such an amazing cause. Yeah, you're right, it's people like that really should be nominated. And he's not got an MBE either, has he? Shocking is what that is. And he will soon, hopefully. I think it's got to be Rory McIlroy's year. It has to be. 81089, who's going to win Spotty this Sunday. And by the way, we mentioned it earlier on, you have to vote. It's a public vote, so, you know, text, do the thing. Go on the app, do what you're meant to do, have your vote, have your say. We're also talking about the most overpriced purchase that you've made. I bought a pedigree Holstein cow for £18,500, possibly overpaid, but you can't cut a price on happiness. No name on that one, that's random, buying a cow. Richard in Devon said, I bought a brick for £40. These guys told me it was an electric drum pad. When I got home, I found a brick inside. Oh, you've been done there, Richard. Good morning to JP. The most overpriced thing I got was my ex-wife. Is that JP or Ray Parlour? Who's texted that this morning? 81089, the most overpriced thing that you've paid for. This is because the price of these World Cup tickets, absolutely ridiculous. Nick is coming up with that very, very soon. By the way, coming up for you tomorrow here on talkSPORT, Saturday night football, Arsenal take on Wolves in the Premier League. We've got the commentary of that one. Chelsea try and arrest their poor run of form at home. They've got Everton. Liverpool, probably without Mo Salah, will host Brighton. Burnley also take on Fulham as well. But the pick of the weekend has to be the Wine Time derby. Sunderland's got Newcastle, the first time the two of them have met in the league since 2016. Would Newcastle be happy with a point? Simon Jordan says the sides go in as equals to this game. Oh, we've not got that. Nick is here for a look at today's back pages. Nick, it's all about the price of the World Cup tickets, isn't it? Shambolic. We've got Harry with us this morning, Harry Smith, and I had him do some sums for me today. And you are looking, all in all, at £5,225 for your tickets. You know, and that's like the cheapest. That's if England go all the way to the final. That's crazy.
Yeah, and these are the tickets that was, you know, these are earmarked not for that FIFA dynamic pricing model. These are the tickets which are supposed to be, you know, reasonable price tickets for fans of international teams that always follow their sides, away and home in all these competitions. We're going to speak to a member of the England Supporters Travel Club just after 5:30 to get his reaction on that. But some fan groups basically calling it a slap in the face. I think the Football Supporters Europe are calling on FIFA to immediately halt the ticket sales. They say they want FIFA to engage in a consultation with all impacted parties, review ticket prices until a solution that respects the tradition, universality and cultural significance of the World Cup is found. The problem with this is that, the group games, if you want to go and see a group game, you can, I think England-Croatia is £200, and then the second two group games against Ghana and Panama, will cost you 135, which is, not astronomical, but by the time you get to that quarter-final game, you're looking at 500, 600 quid for the semi-final, which means those knockout games are really just going to be for rich people. Yeah. And you're taking away the atmosphere. It's like, we see sometimes a similar thing in the Premier League a little bit, where because of the price of the tickets is inhibitive and it's actually affecting the atmosphere and affecting the product. It's not good enough.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, football for the fans, at the moment it looks like it's for the rich fans.
FIFA had promised some tickets to be available for $21 going back a couple of years before this World Cup, and now look, the final is going to cost you $3,000 minimum.
Can they fix this? Can they fix this between now and then?
The thing is, it's supply and demand.
Yeah.
I mean, and also FIFA would say, they're investing in the game. They're putting this profit back into football. That's what they say when these kind of charges are levelled at them. But what we also know about FIFA is that they give every country equal voting rights, and they're pushing this money out to all. So, for example, Haiti, Curacao have got the same number of votes as Spain, and all these smaller countries obviously always vote with FIFA because they want to keep them sweet and keep the money coming in. It is a bit of a racket. Let's move on to Mo Salah and Jordan Henderson pictured in an Italian restaurant. I think just because Jordan Henderson played in Saudi, everyone's thinking, well, they must be talking about Saudi Arabia.
Might be that.
They are also allowed to be friends, aren't
they? No, they're talking about Saudi. He's going to come and meet me.
This is an exclusive.
I'll travel down and see you in London.
Yeah.
And we'll get a wee dinner and tell me, am I crazy for going to Saudi? And Jordan will probably say, yeah, mate, don't do it.
Well, he made a mistake.
You won't be happy.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
This is, it was for lunch, apparently. Witnesses say Hendo was waxing lyrical and answering a lot of Mo's questions. They came in wearing COVID-style masks and had hats covering their faces. They tried to stay under the radar.
What do you think they ate? Important question.
Italian, I can see Mo with a fork, probably some pasta. I mean, it's a sad end, isn't it, to one of the Premier League's greatest ever players?
I know. But listen, he obviously, if he wants out, he's had to say he'll probably get out.
Before I go, $1 billion in the red. Man United's debts ballooned to over $1 billion for the first time after that summer spend.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Big Jim's sorting out some of the finances, but because of that summer spend of 157 million, and the way that the Glazers are financing the company, $1 billion in debt.
I know how it feels. Nick, thank you very much.
Also, the wine tear derby.
What was that about? I'm just whining on the brain.
There'll be a few people on a wine tear tomorrow, I should.
I'll whine and tear it up.
Let's hope no more horses get punched.
Wine tear derby. Sure, it's easy to do these things.
Very easy. It's called a spoonerism.
I was just called Gilly Billmore. Just always came out like that. But I'm as thick as two short blanks. Good morning, this is Early Breakfast and talkSPORT. It's 5:30. Coming up next, we're going to speak to a very unhappy England fan about those crazy World Cup ticket prices. Good morning. Hello there. Good morning. Welcome along to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT with me, Shebahn, Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour with you on talkSPORT Breakfast from 6 o'clock this morning. I believe they have a big lunch ahead to do. Big day out for Alan Ray today. I'm sure you'll see it on Ray's Instagram. Some of your headlines this morning: England Rugby Union internationals Freddie Stewart, Joe Hayes and Jamie Blamire return to the Leicester side for their Champions Cup clash with Leinster this evening. The Tigers also welcome back Wales duo Tommy Reffell and Nicky Smith as they go for a first win in this season's competition. There are also 3 race meetings ahead for you today: Cheltenham, Doncaster and Sutherland. And also another news: Deontay Wilder's confirmed to talkSPORT he's in talks to fight Alexander Usyk.
In more of a conversation, a real conversation as that, and boxing is a business, and sometimes business, you can have solid business and then it falls through. Many times you see that, and then most of the times, if we're lucky and God blesses us, we get the great fights and they happen, and great things come from that, great memories for sure. And right now we're definitely in talks of that fight, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Once I get the final say-so of how things are and the final details of things, and I know for sure that it's on, then my heart will be pumping, my blood will be boiling, and that's when the excitement happens and get ready to go to camp.
More on that, by the way, on our website, talksport.com, and on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. Deontay Wilder saying that he's in talks to fight Alexander Usyk. That'd be a good one. All over the back pages today. It's all about the price of the tickets for the World Cup in the summer. The pricing is just absolutely insane. Match 22, England-Croatia in Dallas, $700 it's looking at for the Category 1 ticket. Cat 3 is $265. That's your cheapest option that you can get there. All the way up to the final, by the way, the cheapest ticket option is looking at $4,185, which is just absolutely insane. So cheapest England tickets you can get for the group games, £200 for the opener, plus £135 and £470 total. The quarter final would cost you £508 for a ticket. Semi final £687. It's just absolutely wild. There's a piece actually in the back page of the Times today from one of the England fans saying, if England reached the final, I'd have to pay more than 30 times than what I did in Berlin. Absolutely crazy. 81089, we're talking about what's the most overpriced thing that you've paid for. Keep these coming in. Somebody who's absolutely fuming is England Supporters Travel Club member Nick Jones. He's with us now on Early Breakfast. Good morning, Nick. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Shebahn. Good to be with you guys today.
Thanks very much for coming on. Now, are you a rich fan? Because it seems like you're going to have to be to be following England all the way to the final if they get there, Nick.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't describe myself as that, but it's definitely made me reconsider how much I take part in next year's World Cup. Yeah. Given the pricing that was released yesterday, I mean, we were all expecting, we were bracing ourselves for worst case for some of the pricing that had been released previously, which I think was about, for a Category 3 ticket, about $2,700 US, which is about £2,000. We were bracing ourselves for that, but when we saw $4,185, the jaws just collectively dropped to the floor.
Yeah, it's just despicable how they're getting away with this, FIFA. I mean, football is all about the fans. People are just being outpriced for this. It's hard for anyone to be able to afford that. It's just looking very much so like wealthy people will be able to get to this. Not to mention the amount you're going to be spending on the travel, the amount you're going to be spending on the hotels as well. Have you got a ballpark figure for how much that would be?
Well, I think the tickets now, if England were to go all the way, then you'd be looking at the cheapest tier for the travel club members. You'd be looking at about £5,000, but then that goes up. That's not accessible to all the travel club members. So those who don't have enough points will have to pay more for the more expensive tickets, which you could be looking up to £7,000-8,000, maybe even beyond for those ones. And then you've got to then factor in your travel on top of that. So you could be looking at 15 to 20,000, depending on how much of the tournaments you want to do, which is, it's dipping into life savings territory, as opposed to, kind of a very reasonable holiday.
Yeah, no, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's scandalous. What about you and the people in the group chat that you're in and those who travel with you? Nick, is there Is there going to be a bit of a boycott against FIFA for this?
Well, it's definitely made people rethink how much of the tournament they do. I mean, bear in mind, quite a few of the fans would have started to book travel last week off the back of the draw on the schedule that was released. So they would have been counting on doing certain portions of the games and then maybe coming back for some of the knockouts or coming back for the final. But seeing the pricing yesterday, it's now made people reconsider just how much of the tournament they actually do. So they might be limiting themselves to doing, for example, a couple of the group games or a couple of the knockout rounds. We did a little poll in our WhatsApp group about the final and would people be going for final tickets, and I think about 85 to 90% of people said no now. So I wouldn't call it a boycott as such, but it's more just a realisation of just how much this is actually going to cost.
Yeah, and that's gutting.
Not being able to do the games.
Absolutely. Can I just ask, Nick, like, how much did you spend last time you followed England, and how different is this price?
Well, it's probably not. So for the World Cup 3 years ago in Qatar, the Category 3 tickets for the group were about £55 to £60 each. And a conditional final ticket, so we had to buy in advance and then was refunded. When England didn't get there to the final, was I think in the region of about £450 to £500. So the final ticket is 7 times more for this World Cup than it was for Qatar for the same ticket. Just to throw in another comparison, I think you referenced it in that new back page newspaper article for UEFA tournaments, for the Euros. They operate a fans first policy, so the supporters clubs across the nations that qualify get access to cheap tickets. So for example, to go to do all of the games at the Euros last year, it probably would have been in the region of about £350 to £400, and the final ticket was €95.
Wow. Yeah, so really, I mean, a vast difference. Nick, listen, feel your pain for that this morning. You and the England Supporters Travel Club. Thank you, Nick Jones, for coming on with us, and keep us posted, if you get any updates or any details.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Nick, take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Also to the Scotland fans as well this morning who are going, right, we would want to travel. Going to cost an absolute fortune as well. Good morning to those of you on the text saying, shame on you, you've not mentioned Scotland yet. Of course we're going to the World Cup. I know, exactly that. It's just all the papers down here cover England going to the World Cup, but we'll just complain about that another time, right, Nick?
Do you reckon Scott McTominay was unlucky not to get a nomination for Sports Personality of the Year?
Yeah. I actually saw Henry Winter's piece on that.
Did he write
Henry had done a piece on that, like how was he not considered?
Definitely glow up of the year.
It's all about the Barnet.
And those Italian vegetables that he's eating.
Yeah, he said tomatoes just are different in Italy, aren't they?
Different class.
Yeah, no, that is the glow up of the year right there. If not the century. He looks unreal.
He does.
He does. Proper love it. Feeling your vibe there, Scott. Anyway, before we call HR, let's get the front pages with Nick.
It's a front page throwdown.
Oh, what a move.
The front pages first on the early sports breakfast. talkSPORT.
Quick mention, very quickly, I don't know if you've seen this, the team from Finland, FC Haka, who are quite a big side, traditional side. They've got 9 national titles, 12 cups. They've been relegated.
No.
And the fans set the stadium on fire. Have you seen this?
Oh my word.
The whole stand up in flames, yeah. That's
oh my gosh.
FC Haka, they're called. Unbelievable.
Jeez.
I know, I just thought I'd mention that. It's one of the craziest things I've seen in a while.
They set the stadium on the fire. That's not going to help you.
Taking the bins out is the chore we're least likely to forget, apparently. 93% of us say we never miss taking the rubbish out, and it's the top of our to-do list.
Yep.
Who does the bins in your house?
Me. I do everything in our house.
Seriously?
Yeah.
My wife won't take the bins out. That's my job.
I wish I would, if I had that approach, the bins would never be out. We'd be living in a dump.
It's a man's job.
Jamie doesn't do it. I remember years ago, I'd gone back up to Scotland for a weekend. This is, I think, before we were married.
Yeah.
And I said, can you just make sure you put the cardboard bin out? Cardboard bin, Nick, it's done, it's there, it's ready to go. Just put it out. Otherwise, mind's that.
Yeah.
And he didn't do it. And I lost my head at him. I called him every name under the sun. I think I even called him fat at one point.
Wow, it's not as bad though, because the rubbish smells, whereas the recycling doesn't really smell bad.
He didn't have to do it. He just had to. It was sitting behind the gate. He just had to drag it out. drag it out, and he didn't do it. And he did tell me at one point the bins are not his priority.
Well, you got to get your priorities straight.
So I do the bins, but I actually quite enjoy it. I see it as a bit of therapy, go through everything, sort it all out.
Fair enough.
Recycling, well, it's part of my thing. I like taking the bins out. And if you don't, it proper reeks as well. You know, when the kitchen's stinking of bin juice. Ugh.
Yeah, that is gross. Pop songs have become more negative over the last 50 years. That's according to a study. This is in the back of the Daily Star. It found lyrics by the likes of Radiohead singer Tom York contain more stress-related words and have also become simpler. You like sad songs or happy songs? Do you obviously mix it up?
Depends the mood, but more happy songs, yeah. Put on a tune to get you like pumped for the day ahead. Can't beat it. There is music that would just change my whole approach.
What do you put on when you need a boost?
But 80s hits I'd whack on. Yeah. Or like I'd just type into Spotify inspirational uplifting tunes.
I tell you what's on Spotify now, the
Random.
PDC World Darts Walk On playlist.
Oh, okay.
There's like 50 songs on there. Obviously starts with it's the Luke Littler's Pitbull, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it's got Seven Nation Army, Michael Van Gogh in. I think Luke Humphrey says I Predict a Riot.
Great songs.
But there's like 50, all the Walk On songs are on this PDC Walk On playlist they've got on Spotify. So.
Did you see Luke Littler nearly getting stung by the wasp last night?
Yeah, the Ali Pali Wasp. Back.
How is that even alive?
I wonder if is it like the next gen, or is it the same one as last time?
Yeah.
There was one at the snooker, wasn't there, last year?
Yeah, Luke was buzzing.
Quick bit of animal news before I go. Dogs dream about their lives just like humans.
Oh, that's so cute.
Boffins have revealed.
Oh.
Science writer Becky Hooper says brain activity in snoozing rats also suggests they dream about specific places, such as mazes they've explored while awake. You had any weird dreams last night?
Not last night, but my dreams are. You don't want to know them. I couldn't say them on air.
Go on.
No.
Try.
Wait, too weird. Too weird.
One of the weirdest dreams I ever had, right? I went and had a cricket net. It was like the most normal thing. I went to this indoor cricket centre, had a net, and left. And I woke up and I was like, did that happen?
Yeah, but that's more normal. Like, mines are weird.
I've had weird ones as well. You don't want to share them?
Once had a dream that I snogged my brother. Good morning, you're listening to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Coming up next, we get into the live football ahead for you this weekend. There you go, it's out there now. He's fit. she's on the ball, she's magical, she's got a goody cross. Hey, 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 good morning. This is Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. It's Shebahn with you. Alan Brazil is in the building, people, as is Ray Parlour. They're on breakfast for you at 6 o'clock. It's competition time now. Yes, the talkSPORT darts kick-started the darts season. The biggest part of the darts, the PDC World Championship at Alexandra Palace on the 23rd of December. You could be there, all thanks to us. You and 3 mates could be living it large. Platinum seats, fine dining, complimentary bar, exclusive access to the lounge with Russ the Voice Bray. I was with Russ the other day at the talkSPORT darts, and by the way, that man can put it away. Right, and he's got a daughter who's in her 40s and he looks so good. Doesn't count, doesn't mean anything, but she does. She looks unbelievable, as does he. And then you can get an unforgettable Ali Pali Christmas. Here's how you can get involved. Text the word darts, DARTS, to 83338. Texts are £2 plus your one standard network rate message, or you can call this number 0343 421 7508. Lines close at 4 o'clock on the 18th of December. And then you'll need to answer your phone if it rings. It's 18 plus, UK residents only. For your chance to win, text this word darts, DARTS, to 83338 now, or you can call that number 0343 421 7508. This is a network promotion. Full terms and conditions on our website at talksport.com. You've got a lot of darts ahead for you, of course, this afternoon as well. All of the updates coming for you with our Manny and Dancer here on talkSPORT. And of course, the afternoon session on talkSPORT 2 is available for you there. And you can also download the talkSPORT app and take it anywhere with you this afternoon. Coming up, by the way, today, 8 o'clock on talkSPORT 2, West Brom take on Sheffield United in the Championship. And then tomorrow, 12:30, Norwich take on Southampton, exclusively for you on talkSPORT. And Coventry take on Bristol at 3 o'clock from the Championship on talkSPORT 2. Then 8 o'clock in the Premier League, Arsenal face Wolves. I mean, this has to be a convincing Arsenal win. I don't see it really being any other way. But I mean, if you don't win that, I don't think they win the Premier League. Just throwing that out there. Let's focus on Burnley. Scott Parker are looking to turn around a terrible run of results. They've lost 5 on the spin in the Prem. Parker says Fulham at home is a huge chance to get a win for them.
We're at home as well. I take no real look at, like I've said before, in terms of the league table, but this is a home game for us, which we're going to go into and obviously try and get a result and win. So, and that's where we are. We're on a little bit of a run at this present moment in time. We're working tirelessly to try and correct that. And the next opportunity for us is Saturday, 5:30 at home with our home fans as well and our home supporters. And it's a game that hopefully we can go and execute some of the real good things we've done this year, polish up on the things that we've what have probably let us down in certain moments, and put in a strong performance that hopefully can get us a result.
Scott Parker there. Good luck to them also on Sunday. It's the Wine and Tear It Up derby, the first time these two have met in the Premier League since 2016. Well, the first time they met in the league since 2016. Looking forward to that one. Sunderland against Newcastle. That's got to be one of the picks of the weekend, hasn't it? Good morning to all of you who have sent messages this morning, 81089. Sports Personality of the Year award. Who will win it? It's got to be Dean the Storyteller Saunders. He has to win Spotty after winning the darts 3 times in a row. Andy says Spotty hasn't been taken seriously for a long time. It's a BBC box ticking exercise. Well, Andy, you do get to vote, so is it a box ticking exercise, or you could vote? You could do that. We've been talking about overpaying for something with the price of these World Cup tickets. It's ridiculous. He says, whilst people keep paying the ticket prices, they will keep increasing. Same as concerts. These events are tailored now for rich people. A lot of unhappy Scotland fans and England fans. Good morning to Mike on the text. He says the difference between Scotland and England is that Scotland don't have to pay for coming out of the group. That's not nice. Okay, just remember it's Christmas, Mike, okay? And Santa's watching you, you big meanie. Alan Brazil is doing his stretches out there in the corridor. He's looking well, isn't he? He's had a wee glow up as well for Christmas. He does look good, doesn't he? Yesterday, he was with Gabby Agbon-Lahore with the news that venison could replace beef burgers in UK stadiums. Very posh. Al had to actually teach Gabby where venison came from. Hello?
A venison burger is nice.
What's the difference?
Well, it's different, just different meat. It's the venison from a deer is leaner, less fat. Well, where do you think it comes from? Venison. I don't know, mate. A snake? This guy. I mean, this guy. Everyone knows that guy.
Do they?
Venison's from a deer.
I don't think everyone knew that, mate.
God. Anyway.
No, they didn't.
They did.
I'll be honest, I had no idea. Hey, right, talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour on the way next. Enjoy.